Ever found yourself in a situation where you have a lot to do but can't seem to get started? You're not alone. We've all been there, staring at a massive to-do list, feeling overwhelmed, and yet oddly drawn to the latest cat video on YouTube. This, my friends, is the procrastination predicament. Procrastination is not a rare phenomenon. It's as common as the household dust and equally annoying. It's a hurdle we all face, an invisible barrier between us and our productivity. It's not just about being lazy or unmotivated. It's about the psychological battle raging within us. The struggle between the part of our brain that wants immediate gratification and the part that knows we should be focusing on long-term goals. But why does this happen? Why do we procrastinate? And more importantly, how can we overcome it? Procrastination is not just an issue of laziness or lack of motivation. It's a complex behavioral pattern that we'll learn to tackle in this video. First things first, quit the blame game. Procrastination is not a character flaw, it's a habit. Now let's talk about the shame spiral. It's that all too familiar cycle where you put something off, feel guilty about it, then put it off even more because of the guilt. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, gaining momentum and size with each passing moment. But here's the thing, you're not alone in this. We all fall into this trap sometimes. The key to breaking this cycle is self-compassion. Yes, you heard it right. Instead of berating yourself for not doing something, acknowledge your feelings and forgive yourself. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to take a break. By treating yourself with kindness, you'll find it easier to get back on track. And with each small step, you're breaking that habit of procrastination. Remember, the goal is progress, not perfection. To-do lists are overrated. Yes, you heard it right. You see, traditional to-do lists can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, they're fantastic for organizing tasks and giving you a bird's-eye view of everything you need to get done. But on the other hand, they can lead to a sense of overwhelm, with an endless list of tasks that can make you feel like Sisyphus, forever pushing a boulder up a hill. You might have experienced this yourself. You start your day with a long to-do list, and by the end of the day, you find that you've only crossed off a few items. It's not that you've been slacking off, but the list just seems to grow and grow, leading to feelings of disappointment and frustration. Now, imagine a world where you don't have to be a slave to your to-do list. A world where you can focus on what truly matters and let go of the rest. Sounds liberating, doesn't it? Instead of a traditional to-do list, consider adopting a system that prioritizes tasks based on their importance and urgency. This is where the Eisenhower box comes in handy. Named after former US President Dwight D. Eisenhower, this simple tool helps you sort tasks into 4 categories: important and urgent, important but not urgent, not important but urgent, and not important and not urgent. By doing this, you'll quickly realize that not all tasks are created equal. You'll be able to focus your energy on tasks that are both important and urgent, while delegating, scheduling, or even eliminating the rest. This shift in perspective can be a game changer. It allows you to move away from a reactive approach, where you're constantly putting out fires, to a proactive approach, where you're focusing on tasks that align with your long-term goals and values. So, give it a shot. Kill your traditional to-do list and replace it with a prioritized one. It might feel strange at first, but trust me, the benefits are worth it. Quality over quantity, remember? Do you know why scrolling through social media feels so satisfying? It's all about dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter in our brain. Dopamine creates a sense of pleasure and reward, which makes us want to repeat a particular behavior. So when we endlessly scroll through Instagram or jump from one YouTube video to the next, we're stuck in a dopamine loop. But here's the kicker. Dopamine is not just about pleasure. It's also about anticipation. The expectation of a reward can often be more powerful than the reward itself. That's why clicking on a new notification or email gives us a quick dopamine hit, even if the content is utterly mundane. Procrastination, in essence, is a dopamine-driven desire for immediate satisfaction. It's choosing the instant gratification of a funny cat video over the long-term reward of finishing a project or studying for an exam. And let's be honest, in this battle, the cat video often wins. So how do we break this dopamine loop? How do we stop dopamine from being the puppet master? pulling our strings towards instant gratification and away from long-term productivity? Well, it begins with awareness. Recognize the dopamine loop for what it is, a biological response, not a personal failing. Once we understand this, we can start to implement strategies to break the loop. One effective method is setting specific, achievable goals. Instead of a vague aim like work on project, try something more concrete like write 200 words for the project. This gives our brain a clear target and a tangible reward which can help to redirect our dopamine-driven desire for satisfaction. Productivity apps can also be a powerful tool in this battle. They can help to structure our time, block distracting websites, and provide reminders of our goals. They essentially act as a digital assistant, helping us to stay on track and resist the pull of the dopamine loop. Breaking the dopamine loop is not about eliminating dopamine from our lives. That's neither possible nor desirable. Instead, it's about understanding and controlling our dopamine responses, so we can harness them for productivity rather than procrastination. It's time to take control of your dopamine, not the other way around. Ever heard of the saying, time is money? Well, it's time to rethink that. Let's shift gears and talk about a different kind of currency, one that's often overlooked, yet more crucial than time itself: your energy. Yes, you heard it right. It's not about the hours you clock in, but the energy you bring to those hours that counts. Think about it. You've probably noticed that there are certain times of the day when you're more alert, more creative, more in the zone. That's your peak energy time. It's different for everyone. Some people are morning larks, while others are night owls. Identify your peak energy times and schedule your most challenging tasks then. You'll be amazed at how much more you can accomplish when you're riding the wave of your natural energy flow. Now let's talk about the importance of regular breaks. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that the longer you work, the more you'll get done. But that's simply not true. Our brains aren't designed to focus for extended periods. Without regular breaks, our minds become fatigued and our productivity drops. So, make a habit of taking short, regular breaks. Stand up, stretch, take a walk, or just close your eyes for a minute. And finally, let's not forget the fundamental fuel for your energy: a healthy lifestyle. A balanced diet, regular exercise, and quality sleep are not just good for your physical health, but they're also vital for maintaining your energy levels. So, toss out that old paradigm of time is money. It's time to embrace a new mantra: energy is currency. Because when you master your energy, you'll find that time is no longer a scarce resource, but a plentiful one that you can harness for your productivity. Remember, it's not about having time, it's about making time. So, are you ready to turn procrastination into productivity? Let's take a moment to revisit the remarkable journey we've just embarked on. We started by addressing the elephant in the room, the shame spiral. It's the vicious cycle where procrastination feeds guilt, which then fuels more procrastination. We need to stop beating ourselves up. Instead, let's recognize that we're human, and it's okay to stumble. It's the first crucial step towards productivity. Next, we tackled the unwieldy beast that is the to-do list. Instead of letting it rule us, we learned to prioritize tasks, focusing on what truly matters. We discovered that less is more, and by doing fewer things, we can achieve more. It's about quality, not quantity. Then we delved into the dopamine loop. This is the trap where we're drawn to instant gratification at the expense of long-term goals. But guess what? We can break free. By understanding the science behind our actions, we can consciously choose to resist those quick fix distractions and stay focused on our goals. And then we moved on to a groundbreaking concept: mastering energy, not time. We acknowledge that we all have different energy levels at different times of the day, and that's okay. It's about harnessing that energy when it's at its peak and using it to fuel our productivity. Remember, these aren't just steps. They're powerful strategies designed to transform the way you approach tasks and manage your time. They're tools to help you shift from a mindset of procrastination to one of productivity. But don't forget, change doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, patience, and most importantly, self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself. It's okay to take baby steps. It's okay to falter. The important thing is to keep moving forward. Remember, Overcoming procrastination is a journey, not a destination. Take it one step at a time and celebrate every win along the way.